There's two ways to do this. I'm going to show you the first way, and there's a safer way, but it's a little bit harder for you guys to see the whole move if I do it the other way, so I'm going to do it this way first. So like Coach said, you know, we're going to lull this guy into a false sense of security because I'm in his guard and I'm not really trying to pass. Keep your hands up here until you're ready to go, okay? I don't want to start digging under first and then he gets me in a triangle, okay? And I don't want to start reaching forward for his head and then he gets me in an arm lock, okay? So the idea is when you're ready to do the move, you do the move. You don't start, okay, he's not doing anything now I can get it, okay? So keep below the belt line until you're ready to go, okay? As soon as you're ready to go, collect his head as you sit through. So foot up, okay, and I'm gonna sit through this way with this knee as I grab his head, okay? Okay, once I get that, see how he's already bent? Because my knee shoved his knee up. And he can't get his guard back yet because I've got his head. Now if I just stay like this, he's gonna pop my elbow off and get my back, okay? So as soon as I get that, I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna cradle him, okay? If you want an even more stable version of it, you just come back into like a side pin, okay? So you go from kicked forward, back and put your knees down.
Now you've got a really stable base, another type of stable base, but notice also Derrick's on his knees at this point.
Right.
And it's very uncomfortable for the bottom guy. TJ does not like that, okay?
So hands below the belt line so that he can't, you know, pull any arm drag tricks on me. As soon as my knee goes up and I'm ready to sit through, my hand comes up and collects. If you want, you can post and then sit through and then get him more in a headlock, okay? But eventually you need to get that leg and get your hands together. So it's an actual cradle. Okay, you can sit here if you're really comfortable with this move, or get back on your knees.
In that case also, guys, Derrick is doing this, you may not catch it. As he comes back, sits back on his knees with his hands, he's pulling in on the head and the leg, really tightening that cradle up where it's a very nasty control point there around the head and the leg.
You're basically hugging his head at this point. When I was sitting through, I'm holding him right about there, and I can get away with that. When I sit back through, I'm just gonna hug him in nice and tight and get my knees in pretty much right next to his hips, okay? And then he's basically balled up and he ain't going anywhere, okay? So one more time, okay? Hands below his belt, knee up. As I sit through, collect the head, okay? Hand comes up underneath his leg, get my hands together, whether it's in a gable grip, an S grip, however the heck you want to do it, okay? I usually do an S grip on a bigger guy because it's hard for me to get my hands together, okay? But as soon as I get that, you know, you ride him out from here, okay? Or switch back to the knees on the ground version.
And that little second trick there, that second variation, that's again, I think it's one of your inventions. You probably came up with that yourself because you didn't learn it from me.
Yeah,
because I just did the sit through and hold from that Kesa Gatame side.
It was Jake and I came up with
Jake,
that.
good. That's what practice does. You come up with new cool stuff. So there we go, guys. It's really, we just call it Cradle Kesa Gatame. Okay, let's go for it. Practice.